There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and from the sideline, as always, our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. Also stopping by our program, one of the great point guards in NBA history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I love the nickname the Jet.
Man, appreciate the shout out. And you know you're the guy who brought it back alive.
Well, it really happened in high school.
What about Dame Lillard?
I'm sorry, Dame Lillard, number 3. And then Trey.
Say what? So Steph,
Clay,
Lillard, okay.
Game winning 3, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there.
Who's that?
Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi is hey.
It's
Kevin
wild.
and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card, though.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a 3 to get to the final.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game and in those series. And now the Lakers starting group. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. And for the Nets, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Allen is out there with Junior. And it's KD in at the 3. No problems knocking that one down. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
I love this from Anthony Davis. His shot is so fluid. Great mechanics off the catch. Such a well-coordinated athlete.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Nets shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And both free throws good for Junior.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line. He invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Well, I've heard both you guys talk about the handle of Kyrie Irving. Kenny, did anyone in your era come close to being able to do what Kyrie can do with the dribble?
I think there were several. You know, and with the hand check rule, if they didn't have it the way it is, Isaiah Thomas, Tim Hardaway.
Was Iverson in that game?
Iverson, Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, Kenny. Yeah,
those guys would have had the freedom to dribble the way they wanted to dribble because of the lack of hand check. But Kyrie Irving is special.
And the other thing that makes him special, his footwork is as good as anybody's ever played. Like that. People lose sight. It ain't just your handle, it's the footwork. It's his combination that's what makes him so special.
That's a great point. Duncan, the pass to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now, and Duncan throws it down.
Always in pursuit of the basketball. If you throw it up, Junior's looking to throw it down.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Passes it to Howard. To the middle. Here's James. Whoa, hammering it in.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Out to the right wing. Duncan finds Irving. Over Davis. And he overshot that one, missing. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Knicks. Rondo against Irving. Rondo passes to Howard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Kenny, when you first came into the NBA, your coach was one of the all-time greats. Bill Russell in Sacramento, coaching that time the Kings. Was it intimidating for you at all?
Yes. It wasn't intimidating because of his basketball stats. I was more intimidated because of his social consciousness stature of who he was as, you know, knowing Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and that I was like, whoa. He was telling me stories so casually. So, you know, Martin and I, like Martin Luther King. He's like, Malcolm and I, Malcolm in the middle? No, Malcolm X. I'm like, wow, that blew my mind.
Irving against Rondo. And stolen by LeBron. Green against Irving. Green kicks to Rondo. James wide open. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Rondo with it. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Howard. Makes it off the glass.
And this is where Howard can be dominant. In close, his physical advantages then can take over. And when you watch Anthony Davis, Jet, rare versatility. Hard to think of anyone in the league who matches up well with him defensively.
No, not at all. His length, his athleticism, and when he's healthy, he's an MVP.
Doing good.
If he's not healthy, he's just a good big man. But when he's healthy, he is probably the best in the business.
And in fairness to him, let's remember, this is the first time he's played on a team with a chance. I think that's helped to change his mentality.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Hardaway's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving.
And to think LeBron in high school was recruited by some D1 colleges to play wide receiver, boy, what a downfield target he would have been.
And finished off by LeBron.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, right to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Hardaway. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on JaVale McGee. The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Hardaway hits them both. For the players, NBA contracts are guaranteed, but we also see performance incentives. I'm sure that's got to be a motivator, right, with those incentives in that contract.
If that motivates you to play, then something's wrong with you, an incentive.
Because you should love it.
Because the guaranteedness of being there and the wanting to win should motivate you more than anything else.
And honestly, like, most guys, and this sounds crazy, but they don't really know all the language in the contract. They just know it's got a G at the end of it. It's guaranteed. Because, like, you really don't think about that stuff, and you sure as heck don't think about it in the heat of the battle.
And to the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. And stolen by Junior. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Nets trail by 3. In the corner, it's Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that one's good. Duncan.
You want to put your players in a position to succeed. Case in point, getting Junior the high percentage looks.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's McGee with the jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch.
We saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
Kenny, you played in so many different kind of offensive styles and systems during your basketball career. What stands out as your favorite?
Favorite was the Rockets. So that was the best style of play that I enjoyed most.
Yeah, I think you make a great call. You know, people would think, like, as a guard, you want to just have more opportunity to be the focal point, but the reality is we'd rather win.
Without question.
You'd much rather play with a great big in our era who could dominate the paint, because the role reverses. They basically becoming point guards because they're playing out double teams. And now you're getting to catch guys in transition running at you where you can be more effective.
The ability to scan the floor and make the right decision. This is why you want the ball in Junior's hands.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
But they can't get too carried away because it could cost them the game.
Luwawu is checked in for Hardaway. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And they double up James. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Nets. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 3-point lead. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Nets have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. Pass to Duncan. Plays it up and banks it in. Duncan's got 12 in the game.
Playing with so much confidence. When Junior finds his rhythm, he is a lot of fun to watch.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Takes a 3. McGee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. McGee's got his 3rd basket of the night. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green is out there with Bradley. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's McGee in at the center position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the 76ers, played some superb ball. He contributed 51 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Then you played under a number of legendary coaches. What traits
they
do
all
they
had in common? I'm not saying that it's me, but it is happening. I think what makes them great, what makes them great is the ability to relate and also the ability to change direction. Like, you can have a game plan and then all of a sudden change the game plan in the middle of the game and come up with a new one if it's not.
Well, I even go a step further. You're also, the great coaches adapt to their personnel as opposed to trying to make the personnel adapt to them. That's why Greg Popovich stand out for me. I remember when the Spurs used to be beating you in the 80s.
Yeah. And now
he's the guy that started this whole offense.
Yep, this running thing. Showing how unselfish he can be. Irving recognizing the importance of keeping his teammates involved.
Rondo against Irving. Now the pass to Davis.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
LeVert the pass to Junior. He kicks to Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by KD. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront more than anybody.
Of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
Bad shot. And I got on him about it. And coach looked at me and he said, hey, you know, we don't yell at our shooting guard. He said, I never met a player that took a shot he wasn't trying to make. And that stood with me because you don't shoot it to miss, but that doesn't mean it's a good shot.
Right. Just 5 on the clock. Green dishes to Davis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Davis has got 6.
You always will have this fear when defending AD. He can just rise up and knock it down.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Free throw good, Junior. And Brooklyn making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. 2 shots. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve.
Here's Howard. And it's sent back by Allen. Rondo against Duncan. Down low. Durant. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Nice touch from the big man. Kevin Durant making great use of his size down there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rondo kicks to Green. High post, Davis. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Lakers trail by 12. Pass to Davis. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Davis. Over Duncan. That one off the back iron and out.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Too easy for Durant. The D has to move him out of there or he's going to flush it.
Irving against Rondo. Floats one up. Duncan with the block. KD passes to Junior. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Duncan's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Davis gets it to go.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Allen finds Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Rondo against Irving. Here's the teardrop. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Rondo. Timeout called, the Nets. He's checked in for Duncan. Joe Harris comes into the Brooklyn Nets, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And let's play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Junior's out there with Jared Allen. And it's Irving at the 1. And it's slammed in by Davis.
What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
Here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. He's perfect from the line this time.
Some guys just go along with the program. No questions asked. Other guys, like Kyrie, are deep thinkers who will question things they don't believe in.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. LeBron outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
LeBron's explosiveness right there. If you're not a step early, you're probably going to foul him.
Lakers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the second free throw, good. Brooklyn leading by 18. Irving passes to Junior. Irving against Rondo. And it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
Feeds it to Davis. Over Junior. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Green. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Duncan at the elbow. And it's sent back by Howard. And now, here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. And he finished it off with a lay-in. Davis has got 14 points for the game.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Right wing. Irving looking over the floor. Back to Duncan. And Junior throws it down.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Lakers trail by 16. It's Davis on the wing. 18 feet out, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Allen, that's good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Great awareness on the defensive end. Junior relishes any chance he gets to rise up and block it. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
Hardaway's checked in for Jared Allen. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Caldwell Pope comes in for Green. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Irving against Bradley. Kicks it to McGee. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And he's good on the 3 ball. 9 points in the game so far.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Duncan finds Irving. Lob pass to Duncan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. James dishes to McGee. That's tipped. It's stolen by Duncan. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Count the basket. KD's got 10.
As confident and dangerous a scorer as you'll find, Durant is lethal off the catch.
LeBron outside. And James throws it down hard.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Irving, good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
LeBron outside. Pass to Bradley. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. For 3. Bradley can't get it to go.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
A remarkable long-range shooter. Durant with the effortless stroke from behind the arc.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection top.
Check in for Duncan. Joe Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And here's Rondo. Pass to James. They kick it out to Green. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 6 assists here tonight.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Harris is out there with LeBron James, and it's Howard in at the center.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Irving against James. And finished off by LeBron.
They're at their best when LeBron pushes. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
Junior the pass to Irving. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Floats it up for James.
A guy that great, you have to make somebody else beat you. LeBron's been hot tonight.
Nets leading by 20. Outside Irving. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Rondo dishes to LeBron. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Count that bucket. LeBron's got 34. Brooklyn's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Really left alone that time.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. He dishes it to Duncan. Irving against Rondo. From 18 feet away. Again, the Nets for 2.
What a baller this guy is. It's so much fun watching Irving go to work and dominate like this.
Here's LeBron. The shot, no good. Duncan with some nice D. Over Howard. And it's good off the back rim and in. Junior's got 32 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Outside, Green. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Rebounded by the Nets. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Dinwiddie with the ball. The Nets working the ball around now. Kept alive. It's LeVert on the wing. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists now in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside Rondo. Back to James. And he uses the glass on the layup. LeBron's got 13 points in just this quarter.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Irving passes to Duncan. And then jammed down as he goes right over Markieff Morris.
And that's the kind of dunk that can energize a team. Junior's here to inspire.
Green passes to Morris. Outside Rondo. Here's Howard. Duncan with some nice D.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And hasn't had as many opportunities at the line as he did in that first half.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub, and Anthony Davis is checked in for Morris. James, and James throws it down hard.
Unselfish play by Davis. He understands that his scoring can only take this team so far. He needs help from the guys around him.
Duncan kicks to KD. On the wing, Irving. And the pass to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Back to LeBron. And another basket for the Lakers.
Nice touch on the jumper. Even at this stage in his career, LeBron's floor spacing ability continues to evolve.
Outside, KD. Allen passes to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
James against KD. And it's sent back by Allen. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. And the first one drops. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Hardaway comes in for Kevin Durant. Garrett Temple has checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Crawford in for Irving. And then for Los Angeles, Jared Dudley's checked in for Howard. Waiters comes in for Danny Green. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter, Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Cook, the pass to Davis. He kicks it to Dudley. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.